Right guys, hang on a second. Where are you? Oh yes, Gav has got his little mini LED lights. Just to prove a point. Actually, they probably could do with these on. Yeah, I've finally got some little lights for making videos. I don't know how much are actually going to show up of me. They might actually make my head shine a bit more. But for £26, I'm not complaining. Free delivery. Let me put the old specs on again so I can actually see what I'm looking at, even if it is only myself. Quick ramble just to say what's coming up. I've waited for my lights and they've arrived. Great. So we can do some videos. Sorry that I'm walking off. Let me just see where I've left me a box that also came today. Right guys, sorry about that. Not prepared as usual. I'm trying to squeeze this video in quickly before I have to do other things. So guys, I hope we're all going well in these dark days. For those that are suffering or have loved ones that are suffering, if I do any jocular remarks and stuff like that, it's not to I don't know, bring down what's going on. It's just, and this is for any future videos I make, this is not trying to make light of what people are suffering, because I know people in my own sphere that have got some heavy burdens that they're carrying at the moment. So this isn't any, you know what I'm like, I say stuff, so if I offend anybody, it's not intentional. As I say, I'm just trying to, in my own little sphere, I'm just trying to make videos. I can't do much to contribute to the situation. All I can do is applaud all our health workers that are, you know, at the front line. You know, it's weird. I was a soldier once, and the front lines are completely changed now. They're at the front line, and they'll be going through this. You know, people in Italy, China. They're absolute Spain, you know, they're right at the hard-nosed front of it, and they've got so much weight on their shoulders. Here in the UK, we all know that tsunami's coming, and our own health workers are going to be absolutely inundated, and we can only applaud them and wish them the very best. They're the heroes now. They're the ones that are standing up. I remember when the Fukushima disaster went on, and the Japanese were saying that the guys that were going into Fukushima were the heroes, and going right back to places like Chernobyl. We take a step back, others take 2 steps forward, and that's what's going on now. So this wasn't actually going to be a video about this, but you know how I go off on tangents, and it's obviously in my head, so it's got to be said. So guys, I wish you all the very best that are out there fighting this. You are the heroes, and you have my utmost admiration and respect. So let's get to, as usual, more Gav jocular things that's going on in Gav's world. Let me have a sip of tea. I've been doing a paint and chat with Mick all afternoon at MGH 1736 channel. Any of you guys want to paint and chat, and you ain't dodgy, hit one of us up, and we'll make it happen. These are dark days. Skype connects us with everybody, so you anywhere in the world, you know, we'll arrange the times. I'm at my desk all through the day and all through the evenings in the UK. So you want to paint and chat, hit us up, and we'll get one sorted. Keep us all connected. Keep us all. I laugh when I say keep us all sane. We all know Gav isn't sane, but you know, keep us all connected anyway, give us something to do. So I've got my lights, guys. It's a company called Newer. I got the idea from Phil Flory. This isn't my own. He's got the expensive pro version. I've gone cheap as usual with Gav. The company's called that, Newer. £26. I get 2 lights. They're not, you know, they're cheap stands. You know, they're little stands. No, I'm not going to try and show things now. I will, if anybody needs a video, I'll show them one, but it's not really worth it. Just go on Amazon, wherever you are. In the UK they were 26 quid, and they really do make a difference. I've checked it out for actually doing painting videos and stuff, which has always been a problem with me. Now all we've got to hope is my camera is up to the task, and it wasn't the lights in general, it was always the camera, because I ain't changing the camera. So no, what I've got planned coming up, probably tomorrow you should see a video of some painted 18mm Napoleonics, part of the commission. They are the last of the Italians, so my client tells me. He's got a lot of other things on his plate at the moment with the coronavirus going around, but hopefully I'll be painting other stuff for him in the near future. But they are the last of the Italians. I say they are, I've got, my phone goes off right on time. I have got another unit and a half of cavalry that I'm painting for him at the moment for the same Italian units, but that will be the last of his Italian army. We have the ongoing LAV C2 command vehicle. That will be coming up in yet another video. And what else have we got? Oh, I've got the lights because I've been doing some ideas of, I've got to try and work some way of editing down. You know, I did those wargaming painting tutorials. They've never been popular. Whenever I look at my analyticals, I don't think anybody, I think the first 6 people that were kind enough to say, yeah, crack on with these, Gav, they watched them. Nobody else ever has them. They're blurry, they're out of shot as usual. I've usually got my hand covering the figure. Obviously no lights, and they're just overly long. But at the same time, in situations like this, when you just want to hear somebody droning on in the background, they probably won't be so bad. But I'm intending to do a couple more of those videos. I'm going to try and condense them down so they're not so long-winded. My main project I was going to do was two. I've got a bust that I can paint. I was saving it for a special occasion. But if anybody fancies a paint along with that, where I'm just painting and yakking, obviously give me a shout and I'll look into that. I won't be doing that though for about a couple of weeks, because I've still got the Native American bust that I've still got to do some bits and pieces on. He's been painted in the background, but there's not enough progress on that to give you make you watch a video on that. But when he's done, if you do want to see, I'll do an unboxing. Once he's done, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of this other bust that I've got. If you'd like to see that as a paint along video, then we'll see what we can do with that. Although that is fairly in depth. It's there's a lot to it, and I'm not sure if it's really the right one. But we'll do an unboxing and see what you think. I'll add the, I'll say to you, do you want to, see this being painted? If not live, but something like that. We'll go with that. I've got a really great idea. I'd seen this. This is for a kit with some figures. So I thought, I'm painting figures and I'm building and painting a kit. And because it's figures and kit, I thought I'll do a tiny little diorama, just one of these really small vignette things. Mick would think I wasn't going to put this up on a video because I've just turned myself into a right plonker. Yeah, I know, I often am, but I saw a men kit for £14.50, say, could be 95, I'm not sure, from Model Hobbies. It's the Renault French FT17 light tank, so it's on the thing here. Well, the picture of it on the box is on here, you know what I'm coming to. £14.95, I've never seen a men kit that cheap, because I normally can't afford men kits, and I thought, bloody hell, it must be that cheap. It's a small tank, it's a First World War tank. Obviously they used them all the way through. In fact, there's even, when I looked up on the internet, there may have even been instances where they were used as mobile pillboxes in the Russian invasion of Afghanistan. So, well, it wasn't an invasion if you see it from the Russian point of view, but we'll leave that one. So I ordered this. I just went by the little box, the little box picture that they show on eBay. It's normally I'll go into looking for reviews on the particular subject, just so if I know, because I nearly bought the Trumpeter Challenger for Kosovo and then realised there was a few things wrong with that, and I can't be doing with fixing too much up. I'm not that skilled yet. So I saw this. It never clicked. A men kit, $14.95. Tank. I kept saying to myself, it's a little tank. As we all know, what did Gav buy? He didn't buy the blacked out tank there. He bought a figure on a motorbike and 2 other figures. Not impressed. I bought this from Model Hobbies. They were no way stinging us. It's just they weren't calling it the F7, the FT17. They were naming it as it is. It's totally my fault. Only Gav can go and buy figures for a tank he doesn't own. Oh, and the price of men kits, I doubt I'll be owning one anytime soon. Unless I can convert them with this Lav, this 1990s to early 2000s Lav. They'll be sitting in the stash for a fair old time. So guys, that was going to be all the lights. Oh, we're going to have this build along. I was going to encourage you to go about. There's a cheap men First World War tank and crew. Go get it. We'll all build it along together. Oh dear. What can you do? So I'll be looking for something else to build along now. I mean, I've got probably about another week or so on the Lav here. It's more or less all ready for primer. I'm probably going to fill just the joining around the vehicle and around the back. There's a bit slight gap that might need filling in places, but beautiful little kit that if you can get your hands on one. Great learning kit, simple kit. You know, I hear modelers call them mojo builder things, and it probably is, because it is just obviously a command. You know, there's not too much to it. But there's no point turning that into a build along when it's 3/4 done, and I'm not starting another one till that one's finished. I have got a striker, but it's another command one. I don't necessarily, and it's a striker, if you don't know, is an army. It's not a version of that, but it's the same type of genre, so it's a wheeled transport, and I don't really want to do that straight after I've just done that one. So Gav's on the lookout for another kit. I'll find one. It'll be cheap, so it'll probably be nasty then. But for pity's sake, Gav, no more of this. No more buying invisible tanks and their crew. So guys, you stay as fit and healthy as you can do. Whether you like it or not, I will be punting some videos out of varying descriptions. I've got a few more shout outs to do. The shout outs generally they're not just for the sake of doing stuff. I generally want to push these channels along, so I've got some more channels to shout out. And as I say, the next one up, I've got a completed Italian foot regiment here, and at least 5 mounted light chasseurs to show you. So yeah, they'll be the next ones up, with another Lav video for my modelling bodies. And I'm looking around what I'm doing, and there's some other bits and pieces I'll be having on the go. As I say, now I've got the lights, I can do some wargaming tutorials. They'll probably be Napoleonic in variation, only because that's what I've got in the boxes. I have got a couple of other bits and pieces, but I have to like a figure to want to paint it, if that makes sense. So yeah. Take care of yourselves, guys. We will catch each other very soon on another video, and thanks for stopping by and taking a look.